The running backs were interesting going in just because we were looking at Rashad Penny as this guy who set the world on fire to end the previous season for the last 5 games. I mean, he was ridiculous. He signs the 1-year extension, and then, unfortunately, he continues his story of being hurt. Not saying it's his fault or he's soft or anything like that, but it's just that's been the knock on him since he started out hurt as a rookie with a thumb injury. And then he had that 5-game reclamation, that resurgence there that got everybody excited. And then, unfortunately, he gets hurt again, which is just such a huge bummer because he is really one of the nicest guys you could speak to. He's very easy to root for. I don't know what happens with him, at the end of the season. Does he, he's not going to get the big deal that I'm sure he was hoping to get after signing this extension for the year. So I don't know if he stays here at a lesser cost because I think this is Ken Walker's job now. I would assume if even if they re-sign Rashad Penny, you go into camp with Walker as your lead back and Penny would be the backup, I would think.
Yeah, and I think that's a good tandem there. But, like you said, you got to have a couple. And then just the fact that with Rashad, it's just such a bummer, man. I mean, it just never can get going, and I've brought my career up that I was lucky that I was hurt my first year, but then I had 2 years in a row where I established myself. And then I think halfway through the next year I got hurt. So it was like 2.5 years. And it's like you can get a career going. I worry about Rashad Penny getting a career going just because it's been so, hit or miss. And if he is healthy and he comes back here, I mean, he was great. He made a bunch of really good moves. I mean, there was a couple of power runs. The Detroit game, he scored a 41-yard touchdown, and he put a move on the DB downfield that was just special. But yeah, just can't stay healthy. Whenever I look at right now, I'm looking at Rashad Penny and I'm thinking, Jamal Adams, I sure hope he doesn't go that route because you fall into that category of one of those guys that it's so frustrating because you see he has the talent, you see how good he can perform, he can get it done on the field, and yet he just can't stay healthy.